Dear all, welcome to my channel Biology Notes. Today I will discuss about the laboratory diagnosis, treatment and prevention of giardiasis disease. Contents of the video include different laboratory diagnosis methods to identify the giardia infection, treatment of giardiasis and finally preventive measures against giardiasis. This is a chart showing different types of diagnostic methods for Giardia intestinalis. The methods are stool examination, enterotest, culture, serological test, molecular methods, etc. Stool examination. On macroscopic examination, Giardia intestinalis containing fecal specimens may have an offensive odor, pale colored and fatty. The specimen floats in water. On microscopic examination, cysts and trophozoites can be found in diarrheal stools by saline and iodine wet mount preparations. Often multiple specimens need to be examined. Concentration techniques like zinc sulfate flotation or formalin ether sedimentation methods are employed to increase the chance of detection. Enterotest or string test. It is a useful method for obtaining duodenal specimen. There is a coiled thread of which one end is a capsule and other end is free. The free end of thread is attached to the inner aspect of the patient's cheek and then the capsule is swallowed. The capsule passes through the stomach to the duodenum. After 2 to 4 hours, the thread is withdrawn that contain duodenal fluid. The thread is then placed in saline and is mechanically shaken. The trophozoites are get released into the saline water. The saline water is then centrifuged to separate the Giardia trophozoites and examined microscopically. Culture. Giardia can be cultivated in axenic media like Diamond's media. Culture is done for research purpose and to prepare the antigens. This method is not routinely used because of the difficulty in isolating Giardia from patient samples. Serological test. Serological tests are done by two methods: antigen detection and antibody detection. Antigen detection. Enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, immunochromatographic strip tests, and indirect immunofluorescence tests are available using monoclonal antibodies against cyst wall protein antigens. The presence of antigen indicates active infection. Commercially available ELISA kits detects Giardia specific antigen 65. The sensitivity of the test is 95% and specificity is 100% when compared to conventional microscopy. The test is used for quantification of cysts in epidemiological and control studies. Antibody detection. Both indirect immunofluorescence test and ELISA are used to detect antibodies against Giardia. Demonstration of antibodies is useful in the epidemiological and pathophysiological studies, but these tests cannot differentiate between recent and past infection and lack sensitivity and specificity. Molecular diagnosis. Detection of Giardia nucleic acid by PCR or by gene probes is highly sensitive and specific. It is used to detect the parasites in water samples or to genotype the isolates from various mammalian hosts. Now, the treatment of giardiasis. There are few drugs used for treatment of giardiasis. Metronidazole. Taking of 250 mg of metronidazole 3 times in a day for 5 to 7 days is usually effective. This medicine can cure more than 90% of cases of giardiasis. Tinidazole. Taking of 2 gram of tinidazole once orally is more effective than metronidazole. Nitazoxanide. It is an alternative agent for treatment of giardiasis. 500 mg of this medicine twice daily for 3 days are recommended. Furazolidone. This medicine is given to the children. Dose is 100 mg 4 times a day for 7 days. Paromomycin. This medicine is given to symptomatic pregnant females. The dose is 500 mg 3 times a day for 5 days. So these are the common medicines used for giardiasis. My request to the viewers that never take any medicines without doctor's consultation. Prevention or prophylaxis of giardiasis. If we take few simple precautions, then we can easily prevent the disease. We must take improved food, maintain personal hygiene like hand washing before eating, boiling or filtering of potentially contaminated water, proper disposal of wastewater and fishes, etc. So this is all about the different mechanisms of diagnosis, treatment and prevention of giardiasis. If you have any query, please write in the comment section. Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification of new video. Like and share. Stay with us. Keep watching. Thank you.